What is up, guys? My name is Noah, and in today's video I'll be going over some of my favorite underrated or underappreciated clothing brands. Before we start the video, make sure to leave a big like. It helps me so much and it boosts my video in the algorithm. And also make sure to subscribe because we are on the rise, so just click that button. Now I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get right into this video. Number one, we got Uniform Studios. Now this brand is based in LA and they do a lot of sports inspired pieces. Their main pieces being shirts and also hats. You could definitely see how they are inspired by that kind of old retro sports teams look, and they just make a bunch of cool shirts like that and also hats like that. The Los Angeles Lakers just won the championship. Shout out to the Lakers. So they did kind of an official, unofficial collab with the Lakers. I bought a piece actually. I'll show you them. They're really cool pieces. They actually flipped the Lakers logo and added a bunch of cool graphics, and I found that was really cool. Now, if you like Eric Emanuel and also like Kill the Hype, it's definitely very similar style to that, so I'd recommend you check them out. Their main pieces are their hats and their t-shirts. They do that flip backwards kind of logo stuff, and it does sell out a lot, so make sure you know when they drop and you can get on the site early. Overall, they have great designs and graphics. I think shirts retail for around 48 USD, and so do hats around 50, 40. Again, Uniform Studios, go check them out. Next one we got is YTGL. Now, obviously by the name, these guys are based in LA. They are sustainable and they work with a lot of cool materials such as knitwear and corduroy. And I just think they're very out there in their new designs, and they really like to push limits, which I think is really cool. I would say they definitely specialize in their pants. They got a lot of options. They got some cool corduroy cargos I was looking at, and they also just have an array of pants. I'm putting up some of their fits on the screen, but definitely a great brand that I definitely stand by and I want a piece in the future from. They definitely have a lot of bright and bold designs. They mainly do jackets and pants. Their jackets are kind of cool. I found this cool knitwear. It's like a whole last scenarinery. It was crazy. It had a whole knitwear. It was crazy. And I'm putting that on the screen. That was insane. But just yeah, a lot of cool pushing the limits on their designs. They got a lot of patchwork, and it is cut and sew, so it's not just graphics. They're actually making their clothing. Price for pants is usually 120 USD, so it is on the high side, but you're definitely getting what you're worth, and it will last a very long time. It's good quality, and I definitely stand by that brand. Number three, we have Fair Play. Now this brand is based in LA. I'm pretty sure too. A lot of LA brands. But one of the main reasons I did this is because they're definitely inspired by pop culture and also sports, and they do a lot of affordable streetwear tees. You know, they got your graphic tees. They do a lot of them, about $28 US for a shirt, so that's really not bad for a full-on graphic. And they have a lot of cool clothing. I definitely want a piece in the future. You know, it's pretty simple clothing. Overall, it's a really cool brand. I know they think they did an official collab with the NBA. I'm not sure if it's official, but it's cool corduroy jackets and sports warm-up jackets, and I think that's just overall a really cool collab. So if you have your favorite sports team and they did one for the NBA, you can go pick that up. Anyway, so if you're looking for a graphic tee and you kind of want a good quality one, a nice one, I definitely recommend Fair Play. Now number four is Flamanti. Now they do a lot of cut and sew, putting on pieces of other fabrics, designs. I don't know if this is a very big brand. I think this is more of a person and one designer doing this, and I don't know if they drop that much, but I do know their clothing is fire. Now they do a lot of skeleton inspired stuff and a lot of 3D prints and stuff, or 3D patches and stuff like that. But it is expensive since it is a person and it's kind of their artwork. So you guys have to definitely respect that. I also think you could probably find it on Grail too if you're looking for that, because it does sell out. They make tons of cut and sew pants, hoodies, jackets, stuff like that. Their notable design is kind of that skeleton, and it's a very fun, playful brand. I just think the clothing really looks good, and it's very crazy and out there, and it's kind of a new design that's very interesting. Now number 5, we have Awake New York. This is not so much of an underrated brand, but I definitely think it needs more exposure than it already has, because it's not the smallest, but it definitely is a great brand. One thing I love about the brand is it stands for more than its clothing. It's very political, and it has a bunch of political messages, which I think is great. It is black owned, and it does support its community in the Bronx, New York. So obviously it is a New York brand. It's had a bunch of crazy cool collaborations with Asics, Carhartt, and also Montclair. I don't really like the Montclair collab. I think it was kind of basic, and they did it mostly in like Montclair style pieces, but I do like their other collabs with Carhartt and Asics. Personally, I really like the brand. Shirts retail, I think, for about $50 if I'm right. And they play with a lot of pastel tones, a lot of bright colors on their clothing. So I just like those kind of colors. Their logo is just like the Awake. I kind of want a shirt like that, but they haven't dropped anything in a while. They did like kind of, I don't know if it was an official collaboration with New Era, but they got like the Awake New York thing on the side of the hat, which I think was really cool. And I'm definitely going to be looking out for them in the future, and I really hope they do even more collaborations, because personally I love that brand, and I think that their design and direction, I actually listened to a podcast the other day interviewing the founder of Awake. So I definitely stand by that brand, and I think it does send a good message, and their clothing is pretty nice. I recommend to check them out. Now lastly, we have Bouja Day. Now Bouja Day is a Japanese streetwear brand founded by the YouTuber Ken. But this brand is very, very popular if you haven't heard of it, if you're not already in the fashion community. But the bondage cargos are definitely the most popular item from that brand. We have a bunch of other brands doing bondages, such as Minimal and all those other kind of brands. But definitely Bouja Day was probably the first people to start that, or at least make it kind of popular and really take a good spin on that. They do a lot of essential pieces. It's like cut and sew, so it's more or less about the graphic and more about kind of the materials of the clothing, the fitting of the clothing, the like wash of the clothing, the color, all that kind of stuff, and they do a really good job of that. Definitely I recommend to do more research, or you could check out his YouTube channel too. I'm not sure what the link is, but I'll definitely leave the IG and all like website links below. You can find a lot of their stuff on Grailed, but as for actually copying it, it's going to be hard for you, because boy oh boy, that stuff sells out fast. But they do a lot of cool pants, cool hoodies, stuff like that, and if this kind of speaks to you, this look right here, I definitely recommend it. It's great essential pieces, and he did spend a lot of time in Japan, and you know the fashion game there is A1. Probably got some inspiration from that kind of community and the place he's in. So yeah guys, that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already. You should have already though, but I'll forgive you if you leave a like right now. But yeah, comment down below your favorite brand I mentioned, or if you have a brand, or if you want a brand to shout out, let me know in the comments. Cause shout out your brands, cause I might do a part 2 if this does well, and I might look at your brands and see what you guys got, and you guys want to recommend a brand. Anyway, that's it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know down below if you enjoyed this video, and that's it. I'll see you next time. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.